I'm Mrs. Oliver-Hernandez, and I am the digital literacy coach at Wenshi High School. In this video and tip of the week, I'm going to talk to you about Microsoft Editor. Microsoft Editor is a cool extension that you can have in either Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge, and it shows you how to do correct spelling check and grammar check, and it's free, awesome, and really helpful. I use it a lot. So let me go ahead and break it down for you and how to use it. So as you can see, here is the site that you would go to. I'll include the link in the description below. But if you go down, it's great because it's a writing assistant that does a lot of different things. And here's a quick video to kind of highlight that. So, as you got in the video, it's basically a tool that helps you do spelling and grammar. It's created by Microsoft, and it can help you anywhere with your writing skills as long as it's enabled and it's functioned to work. Now, the one place I've discovered it does not work is Google Docs. That's because Google Docs has its own spell check AI in there. Is it as great? That's up for debate, but they have their own, so you can't really use it. I've tried to enable it and disable it, which I'll show you how to do in this video. So it does do different languages, which is awesome. You can have Spanish or any other type of language that it offers. And like I've been saying, it not only helps with that, but it helps you write with clarity. So if you, in this example, if you write something that's a little too wordy, it'll give you a heads up and be like, hey, you may want to rephrase that in this way, which that's my favorite part. It helps you keep things concise. So again, if you got a little too many words to make your point, it tells you like, hey, helpful tip. Here's how you can shorten it, and then it checks for formality. So you can make it as formal as you want, and for students, that's awesome as you're learning and building those writing skills. So how do you actually get this? Well, I'm only going to show you the free version. If you want to pay for an upgraded version, you can, but I don't. I only use the free. What you're going to do is in this link, you will download for Chrome or Edge if you're using Edge. Once you click download for Chrome, it's going to go ahead and take you to the Chrome web store, and just like any extension, you'll remove, I won't remove it, but you click add. Instead of saying remove, it'll say add, and you can add it and do what you need to do. It'll show up at the top in your area for right here. It's this little like blue pen with the lines. That is your Microsoft Editor, what's there. It may, let me go to the puzzle piece, when your extension shows up, it may not be pinned to the top. So to make it pin, you'll go to your little puzzle piece icon, find where it says Microsoft Editor, and pin it so it's easier to use. Then you can click on the little blue pen and you'll see which you can enable. You can disable these three, or you can enable the three to help you as you're writing. And like I said, you can change the language. If you want to have more options, you click the widget like I just did, and you have more options of how you can enable or disable things. So if you want to enable or disable or change any of this, you can. So this is just a quick thing. If you want to exclude sites, because you know there's some sites you don't want them to spell check you on or check, you can always add the site here. So it's a cool little tool that I highly recommend, especially as you're building those writing skills. You can also turn it off completely when you don't need it, or turn it on. So that's nice to have. Let me show you an example. So here is a Google Doc. This is how I know it doesn't work in Google Doc, because I have it on and it's enabled, but when I click on it, it's the Google AI telling me to spell check. So it doesn't work in Google Doc. They don't communicate yet. Hopefully they will one day. But it does work here in Microsoft Word Online. So that's good. It's the little, again, blue icon right here, the editor on the right. If I click that, I'll go ahead and get it. and it lists out what I need help on. So if you have your students writing in Microsoft Word online, which they do have access to, you can see it's telling, the AI tells them where they can fix their mistakes and get better clarity on. If I click it, again, it just tells me to fix things. The blue one is where you'll find the formality one. So I put in this sentence, I believe you're the best person because you are good. The AI is telling me you may want to just, instead of saying I believe, because I may be a little too wordy, just change it to you are the best person because you are good, and do that. It's completely up to you. Sometimes I'm like, no, I want to say that, and you can always ignore it, or you can always click on the little learning tip, which I love, and it, again, this is just great for writing. It helps you see what you're using and things you can consider to build your writing skills. And then you also have the show context thing as well. So that's good. I love this little bowl because it's awesome. It also does work in your Gmail. So right here, I intentionally use the word y'all in my writing. But if I click it, it tells me you may want to avoid slang or regionally specific words. Make yourself clearer, and you can use instead you are. And then if I needed more, I could ignore it, or I click on the 3 dots and tell it what I need. So I hope this was helpful. Like I said, this is a great way for students, and even myself as a continuous learner in my writing practice, to practice strong writing skills and to get tips from, yes, it's an AI, but you're getting tips and strategies as you're practicing on the spot that lets you know, hey, you may want to fix this or fix here and do all this stuff. So if you haven't started using it, I highly recommend it, and especially for students. Yeah, I hope this is helpful. Bye!